uh, be active in the forest, but in health, transport, in so many other departments. And you have successfully used technology.
Understanding the technology in a better way. It also helps us to understand what it can do and what it can't do. And to that extent, but there are exceptions as well, because if I see my team itself, a lot of forestry background officers are also doing very well in the technological field. But yes, you are right.
Brief about technology, especially I'm working in the Asiatic land landscape, gear and greater gear landscapes. And in that one, we are using technology in many ways. Simba is one of the technological things which we are using in that landscapes. In the Simba, if you see tigers or maybe other big cats, there are some markings on the body you can individually identify, and that is very helpful for the conservation and management of the species. But if you see the lions, especially, there is no definite markings on the body. So we thought, why not to use some technology to identify these individuals, to augment the individual identification in the conservation and management. Then we have gone through the lot of literatures, then came to know that this whisker pattern that technically is known as Vibrisci pattern is some of the unique thing which can help in the identification of the Asiatic lions. And then we search how we can use this one for the identification. Then some veno change on the ear, maybe some face markings on that one. We developed a software which was able to identify reasonably good identification of the Asiatic lion. And then we augmented with the microchip database also. Whatever we are having, we integrated all these data in that one. And with the management things also, like what we have the veterinary data, if that data can be added also. We have if there is a death or casualty, that post-mortem report can also be uploaded. So if you talk about assortment, this will be other kind of things for the Asiatic lions, which we are developing over the period. And now the AI is again advanced. So we are improving the softwares for the further.
But all the lions used to look same. So now you told us that from whiskers and their tufts, we can identify a lion from others. And Mr. Anand.
So at present, if you have a threat perception, what are the threat perceptions? And if you have the right kind of technology to have the data collected and created an information which is useful for the field. Technology in itself, if only it is collecting data, does not bring protection. It is right information which is generated using technology that brings protection of forest and wildlife both. And if you see FSI's contribution in forest fire, it is creation of right information at right time and dissemination, which helps us to identify where fire has happened, take action timely, and ameliorate the effects of fire. And similarly, in Delhi, we have got different kind of challenge.
Right.
It is all about encroachment. And encroachment, in terms of encroachment, time-lapse photos, having a record of time-lapse photos of our own, of various sources, and then identify where attempts of encroachment is happening again and again. And then trying to identify which are the areas where you need to mobilize your resources, where protection has to be done continuously. Similarly, as you said, ki leopard population is increasing in Delhi. Having a right protection setup so that the wildlife which is ever increasing in Delhi as of now can be protected by having these data, controlling entry points, controlling activity in and around areas having wildlife, and then having a mechanism to react timely. In Delhi, we are fortunate to have very good people participation in protection. They gave us real-time information, attempts to encroachment, etc. So at this point of time, more and more with human resource becoming more and more comfortable with technology. It's becoming more and more easier to push technology in the in the sector of forest and wildlife.
Sir, Mr. Mishra, you have developed so many IT solutions. So that and you have been awarded and honored for developing those solutions. So please tell us how these solutions are preventing.
Advantage, or it gives higher efficiency to our ground staff that will succeed. They should find value in it. And now 25 years in service. And when we had joined, we had this aspiration that when we go to, it's just possible for him, for that matter, all of us Indian Forest Service officers, if we are given that much of task, we will not be able to do that. So it's a stupendous task for them. Our job is to enable them that they are in a position to use technology and their work becomes easier. So a very simple tool which we have given them is, obviously it takes a lot of time. It took us almost 5 years working with ISRO, RSC, CARSAT. But now we have a tool which tells them this patch of land at a pedestal level is your forest and this is outside. Then we find our guard getting confident about his resources which he is managing. Then we start feeling confident about the entire management of forest. So our major objective in all the development of applications is how we make easy life of our staff, how we make life of the citizens who
कंफर्टेबल हैं ह्यूमन प्रेजेंस से. तो ऐसे में क्या अगर जैसे बाकी जगह टाइगर्स के साथ होता है,
देयर इज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बट द लेवल ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है वो लो है. उसके पीछे एक कारण है, लायंस और लेपर्ड्स का दोनों का डिफरेंट बिहेवियर है. इवन आपस में जो तीनों ये जो बिग कैट, लायन, लेपर्ड और टाइगर्स, यू कांट कंपेयर देम विद रेस्पेक्ट टू बिहेवियर्स. लायंस का बड़ा सोशल टाइप का बिहेवियर है. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आप देखोगे तो उसको कोई जब तक कुछ नहीं करे तब तक वो किसी को कुछ ऐसा नहीं करता कि जाके डिस्टर्ब कर दिया, पकड़ लिया. हाँ, ये हो सकता है कभी मिस्टेकन आइडेंटिटी हो, कुछ और ऐसा हो गया या बहुत ही क्लोज इनकाउंटर हो गया तो इट्स ए डिफरेंट मैटर. अदरवाइज जनरली लायंस का इस तरह का बिहेवियर नहीं है. एक तो ये फैक्टर है. सेकंड फैक्टर है सौराष्ट्र जिसमें लैंडस्केप में लायंस इस तरह रेस्पॉन्ड किए तो आप किस तैयारी के